It's Monday on Morning Drive, and yesterday wasn't just a big day for Hudson Swafford. We're bringing you some serious watch and learn lessons from your winner at the Career Builder Challenge. And you weren't alone watching him get that first PGA Tour title. Sports psychologist Dr. Gio Valiente, a go-to expert to the pros, will show you how fearless golf helps literally build careers at the Career Builder Challenge. Plus, we've got a World Golf Hall of Famer hanging out the entire second hour of the show. Colin Montgomery's going to cover all the bases by swinging the golf club and weighing in on European Ryder Cup changes. We'll even sneak you inside the locker room as Monty will join in for a players-only chat about some of the toughest topics in the game. It's a morning drive you don't want to miss, and it starts now.
Good morning. Welcome into Morning Drive Monday, January the 23rd, the year 2017. This is Studio AP. Damon Hack alongside Gary Williams, our PGA Tour winner, Robert Dameron, LPGA veteran, Paige McKenzie. Guys, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
I saw you over the weekend. I was swimming. You were not.
I was resting.
But I'll tell you what, yesterday I was watching some football, and I was thinking about the two quarterbacks who are going to be in the Super Bowl. They love golf. Matt Ryan did a playing lesson with Brandel Chambly out in Tahoe. We know that Tom Brady loves his golf.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was football yesterday. We had web.com. We had the
I
final
squeezed all that in, too.
DVR got some exercise
in front of the
yesterday.
TV all day, and you should be in front of the TV all day today because we do
Yes.
have Colin Montgomery in studio. I'm so excited to be able to sit down and talk to him.
World Golf Hall of Famer, thoughtful, opinionated, and buttercut as well. We're going to see that buttercut this morning. Let's say good morning to Lauren Thompson. She has some top stories. What's up, LT?
Good morning, Damon. Glad to be back on a Monday. Glad to have all of you with us. Let's move on straight to your top stories for this morning. And yesterday kicked off another Sunday to Wednesday event for the web.com, and leading the pack, China's Zicheng Dao. He was a player to watch in 2017 and moves into day two of the Bahamas Great Abaco Classic with a one-shot lead over Matt Harmon. Sunday also marked the opening day of the biennial PGA Teaching and Coaching Summit presented by Omega. Nearly 800 attendees are there for the two-day event at Orange County Convention Center, with the goal of gathering insight from 5 past National PGA Teachers of the Year and some of the industry's foremost subject experts to generate new ideas as well as polish trusted practices. And we had a breakthrough winner on the PGA Tour yesterday after Hudson Swafford birdied 3 of his final 4 holes to win the Career Builder Challenge by 1 shot over the latest member to join the 59 club, Adam Hadwin. Also with the victory, 29-year-old Swafford is heading to his first Masters, so a big Sunday for him on the West Coast. But for more on that final round in La Quinta, we swing it back over to Paige McKenzie and Damon Hack. Or Paige McKenzie actually standing by with Gary Williams.
All right. Thank you, Lauren, very much. Actually, you know what, Damon? We're not ready yet. Why don't you and Robert do something?
I'll take it. Hudson Swafford, listen, his first.
We're always ready.
We are ready. This kid, listen, 29 years of age, his first win in his 93rd start, McClay High School in Tallahassee, Florida, a Georgia Bulldog. It was not easy for him. What stood out to you yesterday?
Well, I was watching, and when he stepped up to 16, it struck me that, you know, he had doubled 16 the day before on Saturday and then bogeyed 17. So you've got this tournament on the line, your first ever PGA Tour win, nerves are going, your brain's going. You come up to these 2 holes that you're not comfortable with. What did he do? Birdie, including the shot of the week on 17 where he hit it about 1.5 feet.
This is the moment yesterday, and you mentioned he was 3 over on 16 and 17 on Saturday, birdie 16, and then this shot into 17 on Alcatraz.
Look at that. I mean, you couldn't draw up or dream it any different when you're on the range as a kid. I'm going to win this. I'm going to hit this shot to win my first tour event. That essentially locked it up. Now, 18 is not an easy driving hole.
Right.
And he just piped one right center, which was perfect there, too. But it looked like a walk in the park, like he's playing with his buddies in a practice round.
Tell you what, you remember the commercial a few years ago? You had Fred Couples, Matt Kuchar, and a third guy. Like, who is this guy? That was Hudson Swafford, no longer a third wheel, now a winner on the PGA Tour. Let's watch and learn now about Hudson Swafford from Gary and Paige.
All right, thank you very much. Now we're ready. Don't make us do anything before we're ready.
Are you sure?
All right, yeah, I think we're ready. All right, Paige, let's watch and learn here. Let's start with the guy Lauren just mentioned, newest member of Club 59, and that is Adam Hadwin. What are we looking at here?
What we're going to be watching for is his grip pressure. Now, you do notice he has an oversized grip. That does help reduce the amount of pressure that you can grab the club with. And why that's important is because tension creates motion. So if you want to have motion in your shoulders, you don't want tension in your hands. You want to be able to feel all the way up to your shoulders. And you can see that in his putting stroke. So go ahead and roll this. So you can see all the motion comes from his upper body. Very soft, very quiet hands in that putt.
That's great. Great line. Tension is the enemy of performance.
I love that.
All right, let's get to Dominic Baselli right here in the bunker.
And what you will notice is the posture on this bunker shot, and most bunker shots that you'll see from the professional circuit, is the knees are bowed. You see when you stand over a normal address, your knees are relatively straightforward. You can see in the bunker, both are bowed. It creates a lot more stability, and it allows you to be able to swing on an unstable surface. You can go ahead and roll this, and you can see a very difficult high bunker to get out of, and executed it just beautifully, staying very steady with the lower body.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he really got his lower body into that shot. Now, let's take a look at the guy who wound up becoming victorious for the first time on the PGA Tour, Hudson Swafford.
A lot of people are going to talk about that 17th tee shot on the par 3 that was important. To me, this was just as equally important. You can see all the trouble down the left side. Now, the tendency when you are nervous, when you are stepping over a tee shot, maybe you doubled the hole the day before, is the tendency is to get tentative on the shot. Go ahead and roll this, and you'll see just how hard he swings left and through the golf ball. To me, this drive was just as important, if not more, in leading into the win that he ended up having by birding 3 out of his last 4 holes.
He has really good posture at address, and he's a big guy. He's like Damon Hack big. He's like 6'3". Now, why don't we get to the shot, really the fun shot that we saw maybe the whole week?
Right. Well,
and he didn't even see it.
The AMs have an opportunity to win a car on this hole, and here's Dave Colby, and you'd think, go ahead and roll this. As you strike this shot, it is tracking on the flag the whole way, which means if you were me, I'd be staring it down, staring it down. What's Dave Colby doing right now as the ball goes in the hole? He's looking down. Dave, eyes up.
What? Huh?
Yes, it went in. Excellent shot.
How about that?
Walks away with the car.
And it's a very nice automobile. I need to find out what the motif is on those breeches that he was wearing. I can't figure that out. Let's go back to D-Hack.
Thanks a lot, G-Dub and Paige. Yeah, you got to look at the shot, especially a hole-in-one. That's special, special. Also special, how about the Web.com tour in the Bahamas for the second time in 3 weeks? And you can see the wind blowing, but you see those under par scores. Not as difficult as it was a couple of weeks ago, but they did have play suspended yesterday because of darkness. My question to you, Robert Dameron, 2 weeks out of 3, beginning your season in the Bahamas, where it's windy, where it's challenging, how tough is it for these players to begin a season maybe in awkward conditions?
Well, after the last event 2 weeks ago, they must feel like they're in a vacuum yesterday with 15, 20 mile an hour wind. The weird thing about the Web.com start is how choppy it is. You want to pick up your money, you want to get some good positioning early. It's hard mentally to get into it. I'll tell you what I mean. You've got first tournament Bahamas, week off. Second tournament Bahamas, 2 weeks off. Colombia, Panama, month off. Louisiana, another month off.
Oof.
So the season doesn't start really until late April, and what you want to do is not get too far behind in those first ones, but you're not going to gain any momentum taking all those weeks off either.
Hard having momentum even within the tournament itself. Play suspended of darkness, challenging conditions. Hopefully these guys get some momentum going this week. Another Sunday to Wednesday finish on the Web.com tour. More watch and learn time from Gary and Paige.
All right, Damon, yes, second round action. Second round action today. It's been wild down there, as Robert just pointed out. All right, let's talk about the face, and let's start with Andrew Young. What are we looking at here?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about face rotation in chipping. A lot of folks, when you are taught, you learn how to open up the club as you take it back. Well, another way to execute a very simple shot is to keep the face relatively square to the path all the way through. And that's exactly what we're going to be able to see right here. You can see it on the way back, and we'll go ahead and freeze it when he gets to the top, and you can see exactly what I mean. There's no opening of the club face, keeping it really square throughout. You can roll it all the way through, and even post-impact, you can see just how square he keeps it to his target line. Able to execute a beautiful shot.
He really did. Not easy, because that was straight downwind with that little chip right there. How about Zach Fisher? What are we examining here?
Unfortunately, not a great shot. We can go ahead and roll this. This is a player that's having a great round. He was 3 under to this point on the 18th hole, second shot, giving this a go towards the green, and just not good. And a lot of it had to do, he wasn't paying attention to his first instinct, mostly because he hadn't practiced the instinct club that he was thinking about. Take a listen.
I wanted to hit my 5-wood because 5-wood is my favorite club in my bag, but I haven't hit my 5-wood all week, so I was kind of scared.
You haven't had it all week.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I was kind of scared to try to hit my 5-wood, and so I've been hitting my 3-wood really well off the ground. Every single tee shot that was off the left, I was hitting off the ground anyway. And so I was like, well, this is the similar shot, and I just came out of it and just need to work a little bit more on the range.
Let's take a look. Different angle.
Might want to analyze it a little bit. Well, you know, I hit it, and I knew it was going way right. I knew y'all didn't even need to follow it.
It's worth pointing out he didn't have his clubs until late in the week, so he didn't get a lot of practice with any of his equipment. But more importantly, that interview was 20 minutes after he finished, and he had a great sense of humor about it. He was able to let it go, be able to laugh about it, and that's what I took away from that interview.
No doubt. It's such an awful feeling when you hit one and you know immediately it's off the planet, and that's why he let go of his club. How about John Merrick? This is somebody who won on the PGA Tour a couple years ago at Riviera.
And someone that probably has one of the best tempo swing rhythms of anywhere in the world. And this, of course, a very windy day, so I want you to pay special close attention to just how smooth that rhythm is in the windy conditions. Oftentimes wind makes you speed up, and he was able to maintain a very smooth golf swing. Wind doesn't affect solidly struck shots, which is exactly what he had right there.
No, and you can tell how much that flag right there, it's still, because it's still, but it is whipping. Now, when Paige watches golf, she doesn't casually watch golf. She observes virtually everything. Now, you saw everything that encapsulates island life, didn't you?
It does. And Steve Allen found himself in a bit of trouble having to take a drop here. And he has a local caddy from the Bahamas.
With the little carry bag.
Yes. And we'll have to go ahead and roll this, and we'll see. Steve put himself in trouble, and he didn't really get a lot of help from his caddy. You can see it rolls beyond 2 club lengths, so you know what happens when you do that. You got to drop it again, and well, he drops it again, and well, the caddy doesn't really help a whole lot there. Ed Lord Tracker was watching on Twitter, says this local caddy takes the island approach to being laid back, and that is true. Well, Steve Allen had a response as well, and says, he made me laugh. Then he uttered the line in a very strong Caribbean accent, seems like you're having a bad day. Well, he shot +4, he was having a bad day.
I love the fact that the caddy made just a casual effort on the first one. He put his foot down and the ball got past me. He said, I'm done. That's all I'm going to do. Lauren?
Yes, we love humor out of caddies, don't we? Well, we also love social media posts out of the players. Back to the web.com tour this morning. They've got some storms going on at the Bahamas Great Abaco Open at Classic. Bryce Garnett posting this, a little bit of sarcasm, saying ready for beautiful second round weather on this web.com tour stop. Let's keep it rolling on right now. Looking forward to August and Iowa, Des Moines Golf and Club Solheim Cup practice with the girls. Anna Norquist. This includes a little humor from Suzanne Pedersen. We love seeing these things out of the ladies. They would like to get the cup back for Europe when it comes to this team event that we look forward to every other year. Also, this from Torbjorn Olesen. Tied for 29th last week on Sunday in Abu Dhabi. Great to be back playing tournament golf. What a fantastic tournament again. He also congratulated Tommy Fleetwood. What a win by him. Hard charging. Awesome win by these guys. Much more social media to come. Also much more on Morning Drive. We want you to stick around with us. Damon Hack, what else do we have on deck?
It's a big Monday, LT. How about the must-see moments from the world of golf, the big hits and the big misses? And how about a World Golf Hall of Famer in studio, the swing and the world according to Monty? That's coming up very soon on Morning Drive.